Paul Shakuri with another episode of Door-to-Door Mastery, the Door-to-Door Mastery Podcast. I'm pumped. I'm excited. Delivering this information, delivering this news to you because I used to sleep on an air mattress with my wife, getting picked up in a van, dropped off, thrown off on turf. Guess what? Not that lifestyle anymore. I'm here to tell you, it only lasts for a certain amount of time. And then, if you do the right things, you can be the best at what you do. And if you're doing door-to-door sales, you surely can. Ladies and gentlemen, I have really climbed from the bottom all the way to the top in the door-to-door sales field because I put the time and effort into not just getting better, but learning throughout the process of what it was I was doing. And as I was kind of going through the process of learning what I was doing, I noticed that, kind of like my father, he's always been a really good teacher. You know, I love teaching. I love teaching this stuff. Why? Because when I got started, I really wanted to learn exactly how to master the art of door-to-door sales. Why? Because there's all these freaking kids in my office that are making a ton of money that are surpassing me when I'm the best salesperson of all time, every time, no matter where I go, right? This is me. That's my personality. As you can kind of tell how super pumped, excited, and energetic I am. It's just my nature. But then, you know, when I got started in my first summer program, or, you know, even around my first door-to-door office, I was at the top and it killed me. I'm like, dude, what is this? Every sales job I ever did, you know, within a couple of weeks, I was at the top. Now, why? This whole podcast is about how to outsell everyone, and especially door-to-door. But how come I'm always normally at the top? And again, this is not to brag. I hope you guys understand that. This is so that you can kind of understand, you know, if there's some similarities in me and what I do and how I've become successful, perhaps it can shine a light on you and you can do exactly the same and, hey, get the exact same results that I had. So, you know, a lot of people notice my personality. That's the first thing they say. They go, Paul, you probably do really well because of your personality. You better believe it. Salespeople in general have wonderful personalities. You know, they're liked and trusted. You know, if you're just the type of person who's kind of like, you know, you don't really have many friends, or, you know, the type of friends that you have are ones that, you know, normally just leech off of you, and, you know, they can never really get further from what you or they have to offer, then I'm here to tell you, you have to change your personality. And one thing I realized in door-to-door sales is I'm energetic, just by nature. I love it. You know, I drink a little bit of coffee, sure, I get a little bit more excited and pumped and hyped. You know, I want the show to be, you know, as fluid as possible. And this isn't scripted. My shows are not scripted. This is all the 9 years of just door-to-door sales that I've been doing over and over again, of me just flowing and telling you guys all this information. You know, I've seen tremendous results from my mastery program that I have. My membership area, my door-to-door mastery program. You know, it came with an idea of me wanting to just, you know, help out a couple people, and it turned it into what it is now. I'm just blown away by how amazing it's been doing, and thank you guys so much for trusting in me. So I'm going to be holding more live webinars to help you guys out. I'm going to definitely be doing a lot more podcasts. This is an ongoing type of thing. And, you know, to start off, I want to kick out a few of my links that you guys can get a hold of me at. And then in this show, we're going to actually get to another email, which I've actually gotten from a person who's I fairly know, and I've actually hired into a solar company. But he messaged me because he's been going about 1 month without getting a sale. And anyways, we're going to go back and forth. His name is Ryan. We're going to get into that. And I'm also going to send this to Ryan so that way he actually has the audio, not only the actual email that I sent back to him, you know, clarifying what he's doing wrong. And, you know, it's a lesson that a lot of you need to learn, you know, when you're doing door-to-door sales, but you're not really getting the results that you want or that other people in your actual office are getting. I promise you, you'll see that there's common similarities. And I'm grateful that I can actually pick those out over the years and actually be able to teach them to you guys, because it really gets you guys a lot more advanced and a lot quicker ahead than going through the emotions and going through all the, you know, negative things that you really have to go through in order to figure out what works. So yeah, first thing I need you guys to do, okay, this is a brand new podcast. So iTunes, just so you guys know, we just got approved this morning On episode 3, I kind of recorded a couple of them before they actually got released. I need you door knockers, and I know door knockers. This is what I love about door knockers. We all stick together. We're like this little clique, this little clan. And if you're in a door-to-door office, you become like family with everybody who actually works there, right? So I need you guys to help me out right now. And on iTunes, you actually go to Door to Door Mastery, the actual podcast itself, and I need you guys to leave me a 5-star rating or whatever you believe, I personally deserve. However, getting a high rating and getting reviews, people actually writing reviews, it takes a second, really helps with the search engine optimization of this podcast. So it gets super high on the actual rankings, which anybody who's typing in, door-to-door stuff or whatnot, they'll find it. So what are you doing? You're obviously helping me out. There's no doubt you're helping me out. But, more importantly, you're actually helping other door knockers out who want to actually learn exactly, how to master door-to-door sales and get this free information. It's free content. We live in that age, right? You can't really charge for anything without proving yourself that you know what exactly you're talking about. So I've seen a lot of other door knocking, things out there. It's just people that personally, so far in the game that I don't quite trust. These are office people that are teaching door knocking. They're not people who've actually gotten their feet wet. So as time progresses, there's going to be more people out there teaching more information. That's cool about this niche because I'm grateful to be the first guy to kind of jump into it, doing it, and I'm going to take off running with it, man. Because you guys are just wonderful people. You guys are people who were in my situation, and I feel the emotion that you guys are going through. I was there. And I'm here to get you out as quick as possible. Okay, so you guys have been asking me, how can you get a hold of me? Number one, facebook.com/ENTADR. That's facebook.com/ENTADR. Over there, you'll be able to get a hold of me through my Facebook fan page. I also run an Entrepreneur Adrenaline podcast, and I think it'll fit and tie in really good with the Door-to-Door Mastery podcast for the Door-to-Door Mastery people. Why? Because, if you're doing door-to-door sales, you're more than likely an entrepreneur, or you think like an entrepreneur. So I have a podcast that I teach with a lot of excitement and energy over there, and I've been doing that for some time, and I have some really, really big powerhouses that I brought on that show that you can go back in and actually listen to some of their advice. And then twitter.com/PSHAK. PSHAK. Okay, PSHAK, Paul Shakuri, but PSHAK. At PSHAK is my Twitter handle. Okay, iTunes, you can search for it. You can search on iTunes for Door-to-Door Mastery. It's still fairly new, so give it some time to propagate so you can check to see if it's already there. Or let me hit my promo. You can actually find me and get a hold of me here, and way more free information through this. How many of you guys and gals out there really loved my introduction? Dude, people are telling me they're getting shivers from it, especially in the door-to-door field. That guy comes in, now get off my property. I barely got that. I have to say 2 to 3 times maximum I've actually got that. And in previous episodes, I actually talked about, I'm going to tell you guys the stories of that. Just not quite yet. I want to build a little bit more of hype on that, but I promise you I will. Give me enough emails at pshack@entadr.com. Give me a couple of emails about that, and I'll tell you what, I'll actually tell the story on the air. However, let's jump into it. How do you outsell everybody doing door-to-door? What did I do in order to get there? Door-to-door sales, number one, is about confidence. It's about personality and it's about confidence, okay? Learning how to build your confidence is not something that's an easy task for some. Confidence comes from many different contributing factors. And again, this is me talking off the top of my head. Confidence comes from small battles, small wins. In the stock market, for example, if, bullish and bearish, if you're talking about bullish and bearish, I don't want to get into details of that. But, if you're in a bull market, okay, what does a bull have? Horns. It means it's going up, right? Bulls, they kind of come from down, go up. And if you're in a bear kind of comes up and goes down, right? If you're in a bear market, it kind of comes down. Confidence in the stock market, what I notice with a lot of people, because now I'm really, interacting with a lot of people. If you're in a bear market, if it's going up to down, for example, and people are making money in a down market, I'm not going to get into the details of how you can do that. It's not on this show. But anyways, if they're making money in a downtrend, that builds your confidence once you start making money. Door-to-door sales. If you're knocking on doors and you notice you got 1 sale under your belt, 2 sales, 3 sales, 4 sales, 5 sales, all of a sudden, 7 sales in a week, in a day, yes, I've actually gotten 10 sales in a day, 9, 1 canceled it was. But, after having those days, you're like, dude, I am literally like the king of everything here of door-to-door sales. And what that does is it starts bringing out your true and real personality. And when you start bringing out your true and real personality, that is one way that you can build confidence, and you will build confidence. Doing your homework, knowing what to expect. Okay, let's talk about knowing what to expect. If you're newer to the door-to-door, the door-to-door field, and I'm talking newer as 1 to 3 months, let's just say, you're still new, okay? You are still new. If you've been just knocking for 3 months, you are still new. I'll tell you a stat based on the thousands of door knockers that I've trained. If you have been knocking for 3 months and you're still doing it, you are